Okay, so this is Dhananjay from Moksh. I am the CEO here. Srinivas, अपना वीडियो बंद कर दो यार. Please switch off your video. Srinivas Malik. Mr. Srinivas, please switch off your video. Thank you. I'm telling one last time, please do not switch on the video or audio during the presentation. It will disturb everybody. There are many people on this webinar, online seminar as we call it. Okay, and all are seriously interested for MBBS. So I request you to maintain some discipline now. Okay, you will love the contents of this webinar. So very popular among the MBBS aspirants right now in India. Everybody looks to go through it, understand the whole process of MBBS abroad in case in case you don't get it in India. So let's start the webinar now. ये English or Hindi, you can chat back to me and confirm me, one or two people. If anybody wants it in Hindi, then please tell me. Otherwise, I'll continue with English. Anybody for Hindi? I think all English is okay with most of the people. So I'll just speak in English. That should be okay with you. Only English. Okay. Very good, Nitin. So perfectly all right. There is a huge, large web contents on our website. Okay. Moksh16.com. But people do not have time to go through that, and that's the reason we have kept this webinar. Okay, this is a concised 1 hour, 1.5 hour maximum to give you all the information that is required by you. Okay, so which is available on the website. So I'm just going to summarize that whole thing. What we are going to learn is how do we select the country, how do we select the university. I am not going to tell you which university to go to. At the end of the webinar, I am quite sure you would know the process of selection, and by that you will do some research and you will realize that what are the best possible options for you within your budgets. Admission is not a problem, so there is nothing to worry. Fortunately, the NEET results have been postponed to 26th of June if I understand rightly today. They have announced the date. Supreme Court has given a date of 26th of June. So we are left with another 2 weeks now to act upon another option which gives you kind of a guaranteed admission. You can always have an admission letter in your pocket before even the NEET results. That is from MBBS Abroad. Now to do that, you have to have the right ways to take the right decisions at the right time. Timing is the most important thing basically, and if you do it, you will remember us. That if you have taken the right decision, see, there are Medical Council of India has approved more than 600 universities in various countries. So it gets very confusing for the students to select the university or a country. Okay, this 1 hour or 1.5 hour we are going to dedicate only to understand how do we select if I am compelled to go abroad to become a doctor. And believe me, out of 11,35,000 students who appeared for NEET, only 25,000 students are going to get into the government. Not everybody has the money for the private ones. So already there is a rush for the MBBS abroad programs. Nobody is waiting for the NEET results because the students already know what is the range, like 200 to 225, or maybe I'm getting 400 plus to 425, something like that I'm getting. That's the kind of a feeling that you all have. Now anybody not having 525 plus, it is advisable to start learning about this part. Okay, and there are only 2% of the students in the entire country who have above 525, going by the past results. Okay, so 98% of the students need it. So all I can tell you is, after you go through this whole session and if you think that it is worth sharing it, you must share it everywhere, because I can tell you, you will love this part of this whole webinar. Okay, this is going to give you a quite a good deep insight into the MBBS abroad programs, and we will have last 1 hour only dedicated, half an hour, sorry, only dedicated to the question and answer session. Okay, so in that case, you can ask me, while going through that webinar, you can continue to ask me questions on the chat mode. I will answer them at the end. Generally, I get prompted to answer them immediately because you will be waiting, but then generally I will be giving you the answers at the end. Okay, so once the presentation is finished, then we'll go for the webinar question and answer session. Okay, so let's start from here. As I told you, why do we go abroad or even think of going abroad is because the admission is easy, it is cheap, there is no entrance test, there is no donation, there is no high fees, and these universities are approved by MCI, Medical Council of India. So you can study here, come back to India, appear for MCI screening test, and start practicing. It's a simple thing. If you don't get in India, this is another way. Now, those who don't have 70-80 lakh rupees cannot expect to get into private colleges. So what remains is, for those students, government and abroad remains the two options only. Because abroad, the whole thing starts from 15 lakhs and it goes right up to 90 lakhs. So there is a huge variety of universities and countries. So that's where low cost programs will come. Now this particular slide, which is the core of the whole presentation. Okay. If you understand this slide, let me tell you, you will not make a mistake in choosing the country and the university. It is so simple. Whenever you want to take a decision, you always set your parameters, correct? Here are the basic parameters that you must keep in mind to ensure that your decision is right. And if anybody feels that no, this parameter is not good enough, we can debate, we can understand, we can justify the decisions. Okay, so I would request you to go through this slide very carefully. As you can see, the first point is government university. Choose government university. Why? Now you will say, sir, there are so many private universities approved on Medical Council of India. So let us work the other way. Let us make sure that eliminate those. Eliminate those which are, welcome Palak. Eliminate those who are welcome James, which are not suitable to us. Okay. The difference between the private and the government would be very simple. The accreditations and the regulations which are set by the government, respective government, will be well maintained in case of government universities. For example, the student to faculty ratio, the minimum number of hospital beds that is required, the library size, getting the medical journals, lots and lots of such English speaking capabilities, the quality of the teachers, the investment onto the lab and equipments, everything will be as per the rule in a government university. In a private, it will be a profit making, entity. So they would not justify the medical education to the best of the possible quality. A government university will not think twice before, the government employee has to adhere to the rules. So they will buy as per the requirement. A private one will think about it, the profitability first, and then think about the next one. So choosing a government eliminates the lower quality universities directly. This happens more in case of Georgia, Kyrgyzstan, those locations where, you know, it's private colleges are also approved. Like in Russia, like China, the private colleges are not approved at all. So there is no such problem. Okay. So whenever you choose a country, make sure that you are choosing a government university. That's the first thing. Okay. Second is the university experience. You know, any university, Palak, I will be answering your question. Okay. I can see it already. The questions have started coming in. Okay. Any university takes its own time to become mature enough to give you a good quality. Especially, you know, एक engineering college को भी टाइम लगता है, मेडिकल को तो और टाइम लगता है इकोसिस्टम बनने को. Mr. Nitin, probably you should put in your argument why why not. No, Ukraine does not have private colleges. Ukraine does not have private colleges, so you don't have to worry about it. Ukraine has, most of them are, uh, you know, the government ones. Nitin, you have to say why you are not convinced with the minimum age of 60 to 70 years. I need to understand that. Just by saying I don't agree does not mean that we have to understand your logic behind what you are saying. So if you can be kind enough to tell us why you want, something like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years university. Any idea? Then if you can just put it on the chat mode, Mr. Nitin. But let me explain you what is my logic. The logic is the experience. The universities which has been there for a long, long time has a proper setup. Acha. Okay, I understood what you are trying to say. Good evening, Mukund Singh. What you are trying to say is establishing infra is enough for a university to part with a good quality education. Am I correct? तो 10 साल में बिल्डिंग खड़ा कर दिया, हॉस्पिटल खड़ा कर दिया, तो उसके बाद में अच्छा यूनिवर्सिटी हो जाएगा. Is that what you are arguing, Mr. Nitin? This is what I understand from what you are writing. Anyway, I don't think you have an argument there, because the more the experience, the better will be the university. Okay? Because एक expanded version चाहिए. 10 साल में एक खोल के रखते हैं यूनिवर्सिटी को. And if it come about the experience, want to know about Georgia, please. Yes, Anu Gupta, we will know about Georgia. We will know about Asia, Europe, as well as America. So please hold on till we, reach that stage. Okay. I still fail to understand what is. Anu, can you please switch off your audio? Thank you. I basically fail to understand, when you get something more experience, why you want to compromise on a less experienced university. So better है कि भाई आप avoid करो 10-15 साल वाली universities. Let us go this way, that we go for experienced universities जहाँ पे systems set हो, जहाँ पे infra expanded हो, जहाँ पे कोई भी colleges में जाओगे आप तो वहां पे लोकल लैंग्वेज रहेगी. अगर लोकल लैंग्वेज रहेगी तो उसमें इवॉल्वमेंट होता है इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग प्रोग्राम फ्लोट करने को. फॉर एग्जांपल, चाइना में 100 साल पुरानी यूनिवर्सिटी थी. 95 तक उन्होंने टीसीएम चलाया इस यूनिवर्सिटी में, ट्रेडिशनल चाइनीज मेडिसिन. ओके, उसके बाद में इंग्लिश टॉट प्रोग्राम इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स को उन्होंने इनवाइट किया. Okay, so it took such a long. Yeah, Palak, I will be answering your questions. Okay, just keep on typing your questions, no problem. Continue with that. So the point is, it took a long time to come from traditional Chinese medicine to MBBS program. Then it took more time for them to shift to English taught medicine program, MBBS programs. So हर country को अपना अपना वक्त लगा है. Till 1955 to 60 they were teaching only TCM, then they launched MBBS in around 60 to 70, somewhere between that, but that was taught in Chinese. And then in 1990s they floated English taught MBBS program. Then in 2004 they got MCI approval for English taught MBBS programs. Okay, so it takes a long time for people to come to a level of good education. So I'm not going to continue. This is very a basic common sense that जितना पुराना रहेगा वो उतना अच्छा बनते जाएगा. They'll be experienced. Experience will teach them how to teach better way. Okay, उतना expanded infra रहेगा. वो वहाँ की जो hospital attached रहेगी, वो hospital में there will be more patients. नई hospital में patients नहीं आते. If the hospital is old enough, it has become established over there in their country or a city, then it automatically become. Yeah, thank you, Anu. At last somebody agrees with me. So there is absolutely no doubt that the doctors, Suvash Mehta, everybody, I am telling you once, I will answer questions only at the end of the presentation. It's impossible to answer questions as you keep on asking me. Otherwise we'll be going, we'll not be able to finish the presentation even in the whole night. So let's finish it in half an hour and then we go for the next one. Thank you. No problem, no problem. You just joined, so I know you didn't know that I already told about this. Next, when it is Russia, please go through Indian Embassy in Moscow website and go for something like kind of education is one section over there. And in that section, they have given Indian advisory. Okay. So once you read those advisories for Indian students, you will realize that 75 to 80% of the Russian colleges teach you in bilingual. That means or either Russian or bilingual. Means 3 years English, 3 years Russian. Even after so many years, still नितिन जी ये भी आप मेरा पॉइंट आप समझ लो. इवन आफ्टर सो मेनी इयर्स still Russia is not able to teach you fully in English in all the colleges. Only few selected colleges have fully Russian English taught programs. Otherwise still they are teaching in either English or bilingual, 3 years English, 3 years Russian. 6th year of course is in Russian because that's the internship. Patients will always be Russian, so you need to learn the Russian language. But teaching, textbooks, examinations, everything, if it is in Russian language in the 4th and 5th year, it will become a big problem for you. So first is government, second is experience as high as, I'm not saying 60 to 70, 60 to 70 plus. Choose carefully when it comes to Russia because English taught programs are there in very few colleges, okay, or universities. Fourth is Indian mess. Indian mess is available in few selected universities and that helps the students a lot. It saves every day 1 to 2 hours, breakfast, lunch and dinner. People sometimes they just miss out, you know, just skip their lunches or sometimes it's a bad situation if you don't have the Indian food around. And Indians need their own food. How much ever कितना भी अपने आप को एडवांस सोचेंगे यूरोप जा रहा हूँ वहां का खाना खाऊंगा, नहीं खाओगे. It will be quite expensive for you. Daily you will not eat outside. At the most you'll sit in the cafe, coffee shop or something like that. That's a different story. Okay. So I would advise you, if possible, give this also a big requirement, put it on your requirement list. Indian khana hai, then it's fine. It's not there, that's a big minus point. Okay? It's not mandatory because very few colleges will have this, but it is an important aspect. It's a big plus point. Okay? So these four, if you keep, the next one is the Philippines. Most of the people have this. There are hundreds and hundreds of students who are there. If you go through, I'll show you something which you will not be able to believe, that after thousands, I'll take you to Google right now on your screen. Okay? And you will see some Indian embassy has advised and given such a long list of problems in Philippines that if 800 students actually go to Philippines, only 200 become doctor. Rest of the 600 people come back to India without becoming a doctor. Okay? Now why that happens is because the original program is, first it starts with BS, 16 months of pre-medical. That's a US format. Okay? After that, there is an examination called NMAT. Okay? You have to crack. It is the NEET exam of that country. It is taken by the government. And in case you are not able to crack this, you will return back. Even if you pass, there is no guarantee. You have to be in the qualified list of NMAT. Okay? So what happens is, basically, many people who make mistake on Philippines have to understand that you go through Indian Embassy website in Manila, Indian Embassy in Manila website, and you will realize that thousands of students are stuck right now in Philippines at the moment. And please beware about it. From it, there are advantages of Philippines. Due to that, you get attracted, but then there will be a big problem due to NMAT. Sixth most important point is MCI screening test. It's not that you got your admission letter and you became a doctor now. Now you are still not sure to become a doctor. When you come back, medical council is going to take an examination called MCI screening test. Okay? And that test is of 19 subjects taught in MBBS in India. Okay? So something that you learned in the first year, you will be giving an examination in the 7th year. Something that you learned on subjective basis, you will be giving an examination on the objective MCQ based exam in your 7th year when you come back. Even second year subjects will be counted in, is also there as a curriculum of MCI screening test. In short, you must have a tool which keeps you in touch with MCI screening test, subjects and mock tests and study material and past papers and subject by subject mock test, and preparing it from first year right up to the last year. And it has to be online. Then only you will do it vigorously and every day. Otherwise, if you depend on the offline, like professor aa jayega, wahan pe teaching mil jayega, you are in trouble. And that's the reason, is because the professor cannot stay there for you. They'll come there for 7 days. They'll come back to India. They'll teach you as per MCI some subjects and then come back. So that is not going to, put you in the right perspective to pass the MCI screening test. So you need an online test coaching so that you are able to be in touch with any subject that you feel on any time and any day during your entire course of MBBS. That will ensure that all your 19 subjects are ready by the time you finish, and you don't have to face a situation where you studied for 6 years and they are not able to pass MCI screening test. That's the biggest problem. Before going abroad, if you do not have this online coaching, you are in trouble. I hope you understand now. Next is, don't see only the good part of it, also see the problem part of it, because otherwise you'll get good amount of surprises when you reach there. Okay, so right now, today itself, we are going to list down the advantages as well as disadvantages in every country, and that will give you a quite a good perspective about selection of the country in case you don't get admission in India. In case you get an admission in government college, is the best. If you have money for the private, probably in the same amount, you can go and do PG right up to PG in USA. Indian private colleges cannot be done within a budget of less than a budget of 70 lakhs. In the same budget, you can do right up to PG in USA. Okay. So what, as per us, what remains is, if you get in government, is the best choice. If you don't get in government, go abroad, because from next year, even to go abroad, you will be have to be NEET qualified as per the latest regulation which has come. And if you have the money of a private college, go to USA right up to PG. So these are the three options which are, kitna bhi aap soch ke karoge, ultimately probably you will come to this conclusion that if my NEET score is not there in the government, which you already know in your mind what is the range, then I'll start looking for abroad, or if I have the budget, then I'll start looking for USA. These are the two options that you have got. Abroad means the Russia, China, Ukraine, Kyrgyzstan, Belarus, Georgia, these, that, so many, Germany, Poland. So many countries are available. And the most important point is, please do not think about MBBS. It is of no use. A doctor in India, even after passing MCI screening test, will be earning somewhere around 40,000, which is 5 lakh a year. That you can earn, make a career. Even after doing BSc, you can do MBA and then earn that kind of money. अगर उतना ही पैसा और वैसा ही करियर चाहिए, तो फिर आप सिर्फ MBBS के लिए विजन मत रखो. There is absolutely no point in doing that. Unless you can think of PG right from the beginning, unless you are preparing for the PG during your MBBS, unless you are preparing for your PG entry with your MCI screening test, please do not waste your parents' money to go abroad and only for MBBS. Without this coaching and without your preparation for this, there is absolutely no point in going abroad. We have no dearth of students. That's why we are bold enough to tell you, we place the students. We get so many students. For every seat, we have 4 or 6. Sometimes for some universities like US, we have 8 applications. So applications is not a problem. That's the reason we are able to tell you very clearly. If your mind is clear, अगर MD MS करना है तो ही PG करो, MBBS करो. सिर्फ MBBS के लिए अब्रॉड जाना, I think it is going to be a bad decision for you. Now, if you put all these things in perspective, okay, then we can think of going ahead. Anybody having any argument on these? इतने अगर पैरामीटर सेट कर दिए ना, तो आपका डिसीजन गलत जाना इम्पॉसिबल है. ये इसलिए लिखा है क्योंकि कई लोग गलत डिसीजन ले रहे हैं, लेंगे और कंटिन्यू होगा. हम लोग अपने प्रमोशंस करते रहेंगे, हम लोग अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करते रहेंगे, हम सच्चा बताते रहेंगे और फिर भी स्टूडेंट जाते रहेंगे. प्रॉब्लम इन इंडिया इज इट्स सच अ वास्ट कंट्री. इट इज इम्पॉसिबल टू रीच आउट टू एवरीबडी. इट इज द स्टूडेंट्स basic responsibility to ensure that if you find something good, something honest, something clear, something straight, you must share it with your friends so that they don't make a mistake. Okay, so if like this, they choose bilingual program or Russian taught program, they go for private colleges, all kind of problem. They don't have the coaching. They believe in the agent's words that coaching मिल जाएगा वहां पे. अरे भाई, मुझे जाने के पहले हाथ में चाहिए. Okay, मेरे को ऑनलाइन चाहिए, मैं किसी के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं रहना चाहता. Okay, and if you can think of PG, I think you're done with. There is absolutely no way you can make a mistake on. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I'm moving on. If you have any questions on this, you can continue to type. I will be giving you answers at the end. So you have, what we have done is we have put it on the three different. Yeah, Pushp, you can settle down. Nobody wants to come back from America. These are the three locations where you actually, people choose based on your budget, on their choices, suitability, and their liking, and then finally what advices they have got. They will think about these countries. Okay. All I can tell you is you take your own decision based on the parameters that we discussed, and you will automatically come down to 10 or 15 universities out of 600 universities. Okay. So when you put such stringent parameters, no, very few universities will actually fit into this, all this. And very few people can give you right up to PG. Okay, a roadmap right up to PG. So let's take it forward now from here. Let's understand first Asia, then Europe, and then English speaking countries like US. 95% of the Indians choose from these 12 countries. Okay, 90 to 95% actually. So we have few more countries, but we'll not discuss them. I think this is good enough a choice for you to take a call on. Okay, and definitely you would, there are thousands of students already studying in these countries, so that's a big ecosystem. Senior doctors, senior students, I mean, becoming doctors, so they can help you settle down. They know the problems that you'll get into. Palak, we will be taking it up, but it cannot be at your will and wish. If you are in hurry, you can't help, because we will be taking up one by one. It is a lengthy discussion. Okay, because in one shot you will know everything. And specifically for Germany, we have a separate webinar on Friday only for Germany, and then on Saturday only for USA. So today it's a consolidated, you know, knowledge gathering session for all countries. Let's go step by step. Believe me, you give your 2-3 hours, your decision will be made. You won't take more time. So, but 2-3 sessions. One is consolidated abroad, second is Germany on Friday, and third is US on Saturday. That's it. Okay, so let's go next step now. Let's discuss about Asia. These are the countries. We must know the secrets about choosing any of these countries if I have to go there. Okay, China is most popular since many years. Okay, so there is a separate slide for China, but other countries will have advantages and disadvantages for every country. Okay, so this is something written in red. You can read it. Getting admission is not a problem, boss. Anyways, getting admission in good universities which are taught in English is a problem. You have to be quick, you have to have a percentage, and you have to take the decision fast. Okay? Now, how do you know whether a university is Chinese taught or bilingual, or, they are just been added into the MCI. There are so many Indians studying in this 45. Why not anybody in this? Because this is newly added. And then on top of it, again, within this 45, you have A and B graded and C graded universities. So the actual number of universities, medical seats, are 3,400 odd numbers. I think around 3,470 for in these 45 universities. It is there on our MCI website. I'll take you over there and show you. Okay. Out of that, 30% are reserved for Indians, so around 1,200. Out of that, A, B, and C, so almost A category is hardly 200, 300, and B category is 3 to 400, and rest are C category. So they are very cheap. They are not as good. They do not have a maturity of English teaching in China. In every university, you have to be very careful. Ah, yes, I have forgotten to change the map. I will. I will change it to POK in India. Thank you for reminding me again. I have been out and I have not been able to update. I will definitely change it. I can't read your name here because you have not entered, but I must thank you for this direction. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I will change it. It is equally sensitive to me as well. Okay. And sorry for this. Okay. Let's do it for the Siddhant Panwar. Okay. Yeah, Siddhant. So let's do it for the next one. China has super infrastructure, solid population, largest hospitals, huge patients flow, solid experience to study MBBS. But it's not easy to get in the A and B category. Few seats, you have to apply quickly and get the admission letter immediately. Otherwise, it will be a big problem for you. Okay. So if you are wanting China, then you have to have percentages. Now, I'll just take you to the Google part and show you how do you know whether, so we just type MCI approved MBBS colleges abroad and we can just go for the, I will also give you this link here on your, everybody can check it over here. Okay. Or it is, the link is also given on my website, so you can check it from there as well. These are the approved universities, Medical Council of India official website it is. Okay. You can see it country by country they have mentioned. And this is what I always point out to the students. Please beware about these kind of universities which are added lately just in November 2016. 6 months back these universities have been added. Many people will come back to you saying that 50% mein China mein mil jayega. This will be these universities. Okay. If you want universities which are Indian English taught program, this is the list. 34670. These are English taught program. I hope you understand now. प्लीज डू नॉट, ये सब यूनिवर्सिटी में 1,00,000 1,50,000 रुपया का फी स्ट्रक्चर रहता है, चाइनीज में सिखाएंगे. ओके, दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू टीच यू इन इंग्लिश. सो प्लीज डू नॉट गो बाय पैकेज. एज दे से 10 लाख में डॉक्टर, 12 लाख में डॉक्टर. यू मस्ट हैव सीन मेनी एडवर्टीजमेंट्स ऑलरेडी. You have to be very clear in what you actually want to get. English taught programs. We do not want to be fooled. We want to be a good doctor. We just don't want a degree and come back and fail in MCI screening test. That's not what we are looking at the moment. Correct? This is a chance to take the right decision. उसको बोलो भाई ये 45 में दिला दो मुझे, 50% में नहीं मिलेगा. You will need percentages. यहाँ पे 50% में भी मिल जाएगा आपको. 1.5 लाख 2 लाख 1 लाख डिपेंडिंग ऑन द यूनिवर्सिटी, इतना फीस में मिल जाएगा. Do not go just by the fees. Can you read this? This university does not even offer MBBS, traditional Chinese medicine. These are the traditional Chinese medicine universities. Okay, teaching you in Chinese. MCI is simply approved. Every kind of university available. You can read it. Jiangxi University of Traditional Chinese University. Fujian University of Traditional Chinese Medicine. It's TCM. It's like Ayurveda. It's not MBBS, not Western medicine. This is a pharmaceutical college. So please be aware about these basic things. Do your own research properly and do not get fooled around by the people who try to, tell you that आपके बजट में मैं कैसे भी करके बैठा दूंगा, आपका एडमिशन कैसे भी करके लेके आऊंगा. Please do not get onto all that nonsense. Okay. So let's move. This was something important for you to understand as far as the China is concerned. Let's move forward from here. If you're taking it in a good university, there is absolutely no problem. Nobody can beat China. But if you're taken it in a wrong one, you are bound to face, get into the trouble. Okay. Now you can take the next one. James, can you keep your audio off, please? Nitin, I am not here to entertain. You can move out of the webinar. There is nothing that forces you to attack. This is what we have. Anybody who wishes to listen to it can. Otherwise, you can leave the place. There is no problem for us. Mr. Nitin, if you want, I will remove you from this so that you do not get bored out of it. It is not of your interest. So I can remove you from here. There is no problem for me. Now I will not bore him. I have removed him from this webinar. Okay. So if those people who are finding it interesting and important for their career, then they can continue to look at it. Okay. These are the advantages and disadvantages of each individual country. Many times there are people who want to create and spread the misinformation. They also, because it's an online system, I don't know, I haven't seen anybody. Yeah, thank you, Anu. Uh, they also join and they want to spoil the show. They switch on the video, they switch on, they try to dilute and misguide and all those things. So maybe he was one of them. So I just removed him from here. Okay. So let's see the next one. This is what something which you need to see. Read yourself till the time I have my glass of water. You can read it. It is a very important thing. Each country you will be able to understand whether it makes sense for you to go or not. In Asia, these are the major countries where you can go. Okay. Please read it for yourself. I'll join you in 30 seconds. Okay. Thank you. Here I am back. So I hope you have read the slide. In China, if you select the good university, right university, there is nothing like China. The biggest advantage in many of the universities offered to you is here in China. This is the biggest advantage. In entire East Europe, thank you Shalini ji. In the entire East European countries, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, everywhere, Georgia, it's a 6-year program, remember. After you complete your program, you have to come back to India, you have to give your MCI, and then you have to do 1 year of internship further. So it almost takes 7.5 years. When you come back from China, the government universities have offered you that you can do your internship back in your home country. Specific university, not every. Even in China, the program remains to be 6 years, but some of the universities offer you that the internship can be done in your home country, because otherwise you have to repeat the year of internship. So if you take that particular university, then you save 1 year definitely. 5 years, come back to India, give your MCI, go for 1 year of internship, and you are done with your final degree. So after you come back after 5 years, you get a provisional degree, and then you can do this. Yeah, I'll tell you about it, Shreya. So I hope China, if you go in a good university, there is nothing like it. But if you you have to have percentage. That's a big disadvantage. Not everybody can go. There is a temperature is very cold in the north east China, and many universities are secret. These are the disadvantages. Advantages are also many. Okay. One more disadvantage of China is the language. It's not easy to learn the Chinese language. It continues for 6 semesters for you to reach HSK 4 level, okay, as a subject. But of course, if you choose the right college, right program, English taught programs are available. There is no problem on that. Okay. The cost varies from the grade to grade. The C graded universities are the ones with which is a WHO grades are available. There is a huge book of costing 60,000 where every medical university has been graded. Okay, and the grade is based on the hospital affiliations, the library size, the student to faculty ratio, lots of such stuff. Okay, the investment that the government has done in producing the in providing the labs and the equipments in the labs and the infrastructure, everything. So C grade university generally cost you only 2.5 lakh. B grade are like 3.5 lakhs, and A grade will be 4.5 lakhs. So it will cost you also higher. It will ask you for higher percentage. The infrastructure will be much better. So it will always be a better choice. Okay. प्रीतेश दास, आई एम मैं अकेला हूं ना प्रेजेंटर, आपकी क्या जरूरत है? थैंक यू. Second is Philippines, which we have discussed, you have read. Please do not get fooled by the agents at any cost. This is the crux, and please read Indian Embassy in Manila advisories. I am sure you will not go. Nobody will go. Once they read it, nobody will go. So people, even going abroad, leaving their homes, even the parents, they don't read the basic advisories given by the government of India. Okay? Yeah, Shreya, we will be talking about it for sure. No problem. So give me time. Let me finish step by step. Okay? So Anu Gupta, if you have money, go for US with 95 percentage in PCB. Okay? There is nothing like US. You will learn it slowly. Nearby. Okay, let's first finish it. Then we'll talk about it. Okay? You will automatically learn how to select a university. So don't worry. Just give me time to go through the entire process. Kyrgyzstan, again, the private college is no. Government college, only one university. There is no other government college which has got good MCI passing ratio. The biggest thing, Anu, this is also an answer to your question. The most important thing to select a university is the passing ratio of MCI. That should be there. The past students have also given passing MCI screening test. The passing ratios have been published by the Indian government website. I will take you to them, those websites. Okay. Let's see that also later. Okay. And you will slowly understand कि country कोई भी choose करो, it doesn't matter much. But मुझे MCI passing ratio high चाहिए, क्योंकि तभी मुझे यहाँ पे license मिलने वाला है इंडिया में. So it's very important that मुझे country गलत भी हो, जैसे किर्गिस्तान है जो मुझे नहीं जाना है, बट अगर मैं रशिया का एक यूनिवर्सिटी चूज करता हूं जहां पे पासिंग रेशियो 15% है, 16% है, और अगर किर्गिस्तान में कोई यूनिवर्सिटी है जहां पे पासिंग रेशियो 27% है, 28% है, आई वुड रादर टेल यू गो टू किर्गिस्तान. You don't have to settle down there. You just have to study, and from study angle, from academic angle, something which has already produced better results, I will go for that rather than, I'm not saying choose Kyrgyzstan then Russia. I am saying that choose a university irrespective of the country which has got better passing ratios in the past MCI screening tests. I hope this point is clear. If this is very clear, then your selection of the university will become very easy, because the entire report is, yeah, Palak, it is there on the government has published this report already. I'll take you to that report right now after we finish Asia or Europe. And I'll give you the link. You can download, or you can go to the Google and download it yourself also. I'll give you the link right away, and I'll open it on your PC, on your screen also here today. Yeah, yeah, Palak. So point is, good university, irrespective of the country, a program which gives me guarantee to become MBBS and not a chance to give me an MBBS degree. The university which is guaranteeing me good education and not C graded education and not Chinese taught or Russian taught programs. I have to be selective on the basis of MCI passing ratios and good quality of education. That's all. Janvi, I told you आप गलत समझे हो जानवी देवी. किर्गिस्तान इज नॉट बेटर देन रशिया. आई एम सेइंग अगर आप रशिया, इंडिया अच्छा है या बुरा है, आपका सवाल ऐसा है. अभी इंडिया में आईआईटी भी है और वो यू नो मेटल का वो छपरा लगा के एक इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज भी है. तो इंडिया अच्छा है या बुरा है? कैन यू से दैट कंट्री इज बेटर और गुड और बेटर? यू कैन नॉट. You have to go by the university selection. So what I told Janvi, that if a university is better, having better MCI passing ratio if it is in Kyrgyzstan, क्योंकि रशिया में 100 यूनिवर्सिटी है, उसमें से 23%, 24% से ऊपर सिर्फ 5 या 6 यूनिवर्सिटी है. मैं उससे नीचे नहीं जाऊंगा. आई विल सिलेक्ट द टॉप 5. पर दूसरे 95 यूनिवर्सिटी उसका रेशियो 10%, 0%, 15%, 12%, वो सब है. अगर किर्गिस्तान में मुझे 27% वाला यूनिवर्सिटी मिलेगा, why should I choose a university which is having 10% passing ratio? Okay, so what we are trying to do is, what Moksh has done is, it is only suggesting to go on the topmost university of that country. Okay, irrespective of the country, you select the country. Yes, Suyash, absolutely. But I'm saying when you select the university, at that time MCI becomes very important. When you want to selection of the country is yours. When you come to Moksh, we will tell you go to the best topmost MCI pass out college. That's it. You select the country where you want. You want this, it's your problem. You want this, we'll place you in the topmost. You want this, we'll place you only in the topmost. You ask for Russia, only topmost. You ask for Ukraine, only topmost. I hope you understand now. Choice of country does not matter because MBBS is useless. Believe me. Not most. Yes, Siddhi, most. Actually, you are right, Siddhi. Most of the colleges have MCI passing rate. We will see it. We will see that. See, we are not serving universities. We are serving the students. We do not promote universities here. In Kyrgyzstan, we have written the name. That also we have not written the name. Somebody has to ask us what is the short form. Why is it short form? What is the full name? We will not promote universities. You have to select the country. In that, you will select the highest passing ratio. You will tell us this is the university I want because it has this so and so advantages. You will apply all the parameters what are good for you, and you will tell us, sir, इसमें admission देते हो तो मैं जाती हूँ, नहीं तो नहीं जाता हूँ या जाती हूँ, whatever. It's very simplified because huge number of agents are working with misinformation. Indian embassy, which is governed by Indian government, has given lots of advices about the agents. You have to be careful in selection of the country and the university. For example, when we go to Europe, we will learn such interesting facts about Georgia that you probably, though we place so many students in Georgia, but you will, few of the things will shock you and you will wonder how so many students are going to Georgia in private colleges. You will wonder, I'm saying that. You will be amazed at the kind of promotions which is being done. Okay, so let's go step by step. The choice is entirely yours. The country choice is yours. The university choice is yours. You just ensure that it is top one. Unless you really want to go to the bottom one, it's your choice. We can't help it. But Generally, people don't want to choose a bottom university for natural reasons. Okay. So let's see this. Next is Bangladesh and Nepal. Here the number of universities with good passing ratios are only 4. And the only problem that I have with them is they ask for 3 years fees in advance. This is the only problem. If you want to return back due to anything, they are not going to refund you. If you don't like something, like infrastructure is bad, in a hostel room there are 8 people staying like a dorm, you don't have privacy, you don't have 2 people or 3 people sharing the same room, any problem, it has become your permanent problem, because these are underdeveloped countries. As you Suyash rightly you told just a minute back, that infrastructure is very important and that adds to your confidence, and these are poor countries with you know lesser amount of infrastructure, lesser, very less amount of infrastructure, so that puts you in trouble. Okay, I will answer Palak one by one. Okay, so I will give this as the last option. If I'm not getting anywhere, then I'll take a risk of paying them 3 years fees like 30 lakh rupees at a time and choose the universities here. But it will not never be worth it. I will never choose as the first one. I will rather go for this as my main area and only limit it to expensive. If I have this, if I don't have percentages, then definitely I'll go for the, if it has high quality, high passing ratio, I'll go here in one country. Otherwise, I'll not go. So this is how it is worked out in Asia. This is what we suggest. However, you are free to tell us, sir, I want in Philippines, we'll get you. No problem at all. Just check the MCI passing ratio. If it is the highest, we'll place you there. I will take you to the MCI passing ratio so that you come to know how the whole situation works out. Okay. Let's see this. Let's go to Google again. Okay. And let's go to Indian Embassy in Russia. Select. I hope you are able to see this. I went to education. Now nothing can be wrong here. You can read this: performance of candidates of FMG. They have given across the world in all the universities. You can download the report here. I've just clicked. So anybody wanting to have this, I'm giving you the link also. You can just copy paste on your note or any tool that you have. It's a very simple. It is also available on this. So National Board of Examination, okay, in India, they take in Delhi, they take the organize this FMG examination, foreign medical graduate examination, okay, screening test. And this is the whole performance report is 54 page. I cannot go through it right now, but we'll see how can we check the results. Can you see this? Bus top 7, nothing less. This is also a compromise. If you don't want, then make it top 6. This is not an example like 4 students and 8 students, so I'm not going to consider them. So this is 1 student, so leave it. 1, 2, 3, maximum this 4. That's all. The bottom one, you can see the results. The one where a lot of Indians have gone, they are in deep trouble. You can see the result. Okay, bilingual program. You are in deep trouble. Bashkir, very famous in northern India. When you have some university which is like 38%, 39% touching, 31, 32%, and you are choosing something 15%, that means you are putting your career at stake. You can see it goes right below. So at that time, 32 universities were, checked, and this was the result. You check any country, Armenia 18%, I don't want only. I need at least 23, 25, 27, 30%. I don't want to go, so I'll just reject it. 20, not interested. Belarus, only one university. I'll go for it. Rest I'll put a straw. I hope you are getting my point now. The simplest way, choose your university. In Georgia, this was the amazing thing that I was talking about. Only one university, till 2014, only one university has passed out of MCI. There is nobody who has passed before from any other private college or any new university which are being promoted, like European teaching or no, it is based, or it is on 26th of June. That's what I heard last. Okay. 26th of June is the date for NEET results. So this is how you can check any Kazakhstan. No, preferable I won't, but if I go in SAMI, it's fine. But you need 80% in SAMI, remember. But it's not mandatory. Kyrgyzstan, you can see again, as this is what I was telling you. Somebody asked me, Kyrgyzstan is better than Russia. No, 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 no. Sorry. Russia is much better than Kyrgyzstan. Please. But if this has 26%, and if I have to choose Russian Tver or Bashkir or things which are lesser percentages, I'll rather choose Kyrgyzstan. I don't want lower percentages. I hope it's very clear. Do not go country wise. Choose your country easily wherever you want to study and have fun. But choose good quality. If you choose Georgia, please do not get into the promotions. I hope it's clear now. It's simplified for all of you. You can select your country. You can go on. Kazakhstan, we saw this. See, Moldova, Latvia, everything will come to you. People will come approach you. Lithuania, 2 students, 3 students have passed. Tajikistan, I don't know. I have never gone there. Ukraine, we will place you. Choose this one, we will place you. No, you can, Anu, you can always, anybody is most welcome. We have processing centers, around 200 processing centers across the country. Okay, this is a board number, you can always dial and you can just be a part of this. Now you can see this, so many students. I'll tell you one funny part of Ukraine. These are Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporozhye. I'll show you something, how the people are fooled in India, how the students are fooled. Suppose I just go for, let's say I type as a student MBBS in Ukraine. Apple Academy. Welcome, Mr. Apple Academy. You can see this. The most promoted in India is Donetsk on top. You will not go to, this is advertisement. Read here, slow, small font, Google has written ad. So they are promoting. So you will first, as a habit, as a natural human behavior, will first click on Donetsk. Correct? Next thing that you should check out is war affected region in Ukraine. And it will show you this. You will understand that the most promoted university, Donetsk, is right in the center of the war. Okay, I'll show you some map. Get into this and you will know exactly that what is promoted as the most in India. You can see this, Luhansk. This whole thing is affected. And now, this is 2014. Now it has extended internally to Kharkiv, Kiev. So please do not choose anything unless you are too far, like Lviv, like Odessa, Ivano. These are very far from the affected area. Just avoid this part. Just cut Ukraine into half. Kiev, Kharkiv, Luhansk, Donetsk, these are the most affected parts in Ukraine right now. Okay? And Russia is very strong country. It will not let Ukraine come out of the war. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very far. There is no problem at all. So you go for the other western half of the Ukraine. There is absolutely no problem. You split the whole country into half from center to right up the east. We don't want to go. This is the part to go. Choose any country which has a higher MCI passing ratio and we'll place you there. Simple. If somebody has a fancy for Ukraine. Okay. But do not forget those 8 parameters. Think of MPG. Choose government. Think of that university which is with good passing ratios and think of those universities which has Indian food. That will always help you. So these are the this is the region from where you have to choose which has these parameters and it will become very easy for you to decide now. I'm sure that you now would be in a position to not to take all useless things from the agents and on your own. See, you can see this so many Indians stuck in this area and see the passing ratios. Okay. So Bukovinian is on the Romanian this thing. You can get there. There are good numbers, good examples of passing. Even Dainio is good. These are two less numbers. So I would either go here or I'll not go, or at the most, see, Odessa is there something. The passing ratio always comes, it takes 2 years to come out with a passing ratio. Boss, there are hundreds of universities. For 3 years, so 2012 to 2014, the result came out in 2016. So from 2015 to 2017 result will be available in 2019. But the basic, it's very simple. Suyash, please keep your audio off, please. Mr. Suyash, can you please keep your audio? Thank you. So it is not about the time. The university don't change within 2 years, boss. The report is so large, 54 pages report coming out. It takes 2 years for NBE to come out with this report. So 2019 you will find the other report coming out for up to 2017. Okay. So you can see this Bangladesh, fantastic. This is okay. These are like 7 and 12 and percentages. So Bangladesh is a very good choice if you want to make it. But be ready to pay 3 years money. You can see this. Underdeveloped, थोड़ा सहन करना पड़ेगा 5 साल. बहुत ही घटिया infrastructure, but the teaching is making it successful. You can see it. These are all useless countries will not go. Bulgaria. In South India, Bulgaria is promoted, you see. I hope it's now you can do it on your own. You know, all countries are given. China. This is A grade Shenyang Medical. 30%. Choose it. Wuhan, you can choose it. Zhengzhou, 80%, 85%. See the numbers also here. Okay. So now it has become very easy for you to choose. I will not go to Qingdao or capital or Xinjiang. No. Suzhou, Southern, Weifang is already closed now. That is not in the, I don't think it is in the MCI list anymore. It was removed in 2015-16. So I have a choice, or this one. I hope you understand now. No need to go below this. Top universities only. Also see the number of pass out. So what remains is this much. Okay. I hope now it's very clear to all of you. So I'm going to, so A, this is alphabetically arranged, so it is just as China is C, so it has, just started off, but then you can go right up to Zambia. So it's a very long report. But generally, all countries, now if you select the best ones, there is no problem. So this is, I told last, because of the fees that they take, almost 40 to 50 lakhs, out of that 30 lakhs in advance at the time of admissions, and that's the only reason. If you can get good marks here, then in China, the top colleges, or Kyrgyzstan, one college only, this is not a choice. Similarly, now we are ready to see it in a holistic manner for the East Europe also. Now, before that, the most important slide of the entire presentation is this one. Just read it and you will know why am I saying that you should be doing PG and not MBBS. Okay. I will answer your question, Pushp Kumar. Don't worry. But focus on the presentation because you are on the most important slide. I am going to take a 1 minute break over here. Okay. So I want you to give it a thought on this and ask me questions. It should generate questions in your mind because this is the most, if you have understood this and the first 8 parameters, rest is just a simple research that we have done. This is the actual career builder slide. It is not about admission letter. Don't get impressed with agents when they say, okay, I'll get you the admission. I'm a big man. No, nothing doing. Give me the career, not an admission letter. I'm not interested. Okay. So let's take 30 seconds of break and I join you back. Till that time, just think about all this. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm back. Well, I talk a lot for the whole day, so I just need some water constantly, to be fed to myself. So I take a break in sometimes. So here we are. I hope you have read the whole slide very clearly. You are here right now, given NEET, waiting for the results. If you don't get somewhere in India, probably large number of students are going to choose this, or those who have a private college budget, they will choose this. MBBS in USA plus PG in USA. This is going to cost you as much as a private college. But if your budget is less, it does not mean that you cannot reach the same place of PG. What does Moksh do? What is Moksh actual values that brings to you is not only the selection of the university, but wherever we place you, whether it is Asia or Europe, with whatever budget that you have, maybe it's 20 lakhs, no problem. We can still get you the top one. Remember, you have a budget of 18 lakhs, you can still get. So money doesn't mean good college. A very expensive college in Russia with the largest uh, infrastructure has a MCI passing ratio of only 12 to 13%. It's not interesting to us. It's called M1. So that's the number one university of Russia. I am Sachinov. Passing ratios, if you see, it's hardly 12%, 13%. But if you see Crimea, number one university of Ukraine and one time now in Russia, it has 39%. The cost, half of that. So wherever you go, you will get the first top university. Second, you will get online coaching of MCI test. Every day you will be preparing for MCI for 6 years. Parallelly, you will be, if you want to get destined for PG in USA, you will be given USMLE step 1. This is an option that you have got. And in the third year, you start preparing for step 1 and give it in the fourth year. Get 230 marks in step 1. We will explain you this program later. That's the PG part of it. Okay. Give 2 CK in your last year. Okay. And you are ready to go for clerkship and to CSA, to USA, and from here to PG. This is just 4 months. Within 4 months, you will be starting your PG in USA. This is one part. In case you don't crack USMLE step 1 with 230 marks, what will happen is we will start teaching you German language in the fourth year so that you are put into the medical PG in Germany. Anu, we are talking about any general country. Any country that you choose. See, country is not our problem. University is not our problem. It will be your selection. It doesn't matter to us. We just want you to go to the top one. Okay. So country does not matter where you do MBBS. MBBS is of little significance, but this matters a lot. The PG part matters a lot. So for that, the preparation part of the PG will be done by you during your MBBS. So you don't do only MCI screening test passing, but you start giving exam for the PG, either in US or in Germany. Okay. Jankir, the Germany part will come during Europe. Right now we are still at Asia. I'm so sorry to go slow today, but that's how it is today. So we'll learn the German part. Okay. So this is how it works basically. So we will be preparing you for MCI as well as for the PG right in your MBBS so that the moment you come to India, you are ready for PG. And this is the biggest problem that every Indian doctor is facing today. They don't prepare for the PG. Now the awareness has come even among Indian doctors, those who are studying in India in private and government colleges. They have started learning USMLE step 2, step C, step 1 and CK and CS things. mainly step 1 and 2 CK, and appear for these exams, try their best to pass through, and go to USA after they finish. Unfortunately, this government has given a notification that those students who are doing MBBS from government college in India can now not go for PG in USA. There is something called NORI. On Google you can type, it's called no obligation to return to India. That is the certificate that the government needs to sign, which the government has denied that we will not sign anymore for the government students. So even if you are in a government college, let's say you got 540, you are in a government college for MBBS, now you want to do PG in USA, you won't be able to do because government will not sign this NORI certificate. And getting a PG seat from a private college in India is almost negligible chance, because if you want a PG seat in private you will get, but you have to be ready with 2-3 crores. But PG seat in government after completion of MBBS in private college is almost impossible. It has not happened for, I have not come across anybody. So what remains is either you do MBBS plus PG right outside India. We will stay with you for 9 continuous years. Observe your progress on the MCI passing coaching. Ensure that you pass through. From third year, we'll give you either USMLE step 1 if you are interested to do MD in US, which generally everybody chooses to, or start with your online German language coaching to make you ready for the medical PG in Germany. It's as simple as all 9 years, give it, your career is ready. I hope it's getting clear now. Imagine you taking admission into a private college in India for MBBS and not getting a seat, which is a standard case in government medical. You will have to keep your 2-3 crores ready for the private colleges in, for PG stage. Ask any doctor, he will tell you or she will tell you. So all I can tell you is the benefit of US is of course that you can practice in US as well as in India. Okay. So that helps you to direct registration of as an MD in India. German MD will not be registered, but US MD. So first preference is given to USMLE, and the next one is given to the Germany in case you can't crack step 1. So this is how you design your career for your 9 years or 9.5 years, and you will be PG in your required specialization branch. This is the commitment level that you need to be ready. 5 years or 6 years is not enough. This is not enough. The biggest plus point is you will be earning during your PG. So there is nothing to worry. You will be earning in dollars or euros. So money is not required much. But in fact not required at all, to be very frank. But commitment will be required. Okay. About US we will see later. Okay. It's a very, very long story about US. Dedicated seminar on Saturday is always there. Every Saturday we have a webinar. Okay. So all I can tell you is please come on Saturday to understand the whole program. Then only you will understand. The questions will become irrelevant. Right now the questions are not relevant much. Okay. Thank you, Anu. So I think you have understood. Shall we move forward? If you have understood this, I think there is nothing big now remaining. These are the simple steps that you need to be sure about. Okay. Now you will take the rest of the story very quickly. This is East Europe. This is this Europe. What we call European Union. Yes, push, you can study. If you want to, you can do it. This is the western part. जो यूरोप हम करते हैं वो इधर है. This is East Europe. अगर कोई आपको बताता है कि जॉर्जिया यूरोप में है तो बोलो सॉरी सर, आई एम एन एजुकेटेड पर्सन, इट्स नॉट इन यूरोप, इट्स इन द ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ यूरोप. इट वाज अ पार्ट ऑफ रशिया. देयर इज नो डिफरेंस. इनफैक्ट ये रशिया से भी अंडर डेवलप्ड कंट्री है. आप जॉर्जिया का इकोनॉमी देखो, वहाँ का सिचुएशन देखो, वहाँ का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर देखो, बहुत लो क्वालिटी है. दैट इज वाई ओनली वन कॉलेज इट हैज वेयर इन the MCI pass ratios are available. None of the other colleges, even the students have passed, not passed in any of the colleges. Okay, so all I can tell you is make sure that you are in the right place, thinking rightly. Even Indian embassy has told many of the agents sell Georgia medical education as study in Europe. आपको वहां पे काम मिलेगा, आप यूरोप में काम करोगे. सॉरी, आप रशिया, यूक्रेन, जॉर्जिया, बेलारूस में सिर्फ MBBS का स्टडी करोगे, आपको यहाँ से MBBS के बाद में काम नहीं मिलेगा. आपको काम ढूंढना है वेस्टर्न यूरोप में, और काम मिलेगा वेस्टर्न यूरोप में ओनली आफ्टर यू डू PG. This is all Eastern Europe. Here you don't get work. These are not the rich countries, these are the poor countries. 1 रूबल आज 1 रुपये में मिलता है. ठीक है, इतना सस्ता है सब कुछ. It's very cheap. The hostel in Russia is costing you 30,000 rupees a year. It's that cheap. In Crimea, it costs you only 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. It's very cheap. But the hostel in Germany will cost you more than, around, I think you will be spending approximately 25 to 30,000 a month, what you spend here in a year. So this is a different story altogether, and this is a different story. ये दोनों के बीच में फर्क समझ लेना. These are those European countries which we generally talk about very loudly, and these are the East European countries where people don't even travel to. तो अगर आपको यहाँ पे MBBS करना है तो इंडिया में ही वापस आना है. यहाँ का PG अप्रूव्ड नहीं है इंडिया में. यहाँ पे सिर्फ MBBS होके वापस आओगे इंडिया में. PG करके कमाना चाहते हो तो दीज आर द कंट्रीज ऑन द वेस्टर्न पार्ट. और उसमें भी अगर पोलैंड को अवॉइड करो, क्योंकि पहले वो ईस्ट यूरोप में था, अभी वो लेटेस्ट एंट्री इनटू यूरोपियन यूनियन इज पोलैंड. तो जर्मनी इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन. तो इसलिए PG आप यहाँ पे करो. यहाँ पे आप MBBS भी कर पाओगे, बट इसके लिए जो वेबिनार है दैट इज ऑन फ्राइडे. इट्स अ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रोग्राम. समझोगे तो ही डिसाइड कर पाओगे. ओके, so I hope this map clears all your doubts. Nobody can fool you, I hope, after this session that boss Georgia बोलो, मुझे पता है Georgia क्या है. Okay, important things to know about Russia. This I have already told you. The most important thing is very few universities. आपने देखा होगा hardly 20% of the universities have 23, 24 and plus passing ratios. Rest all 75% of the universities have 10%, 15%, 16% passing ratios for MCI. These are the two ways the agents will fool you. One, telling you that this is English taught. No, sorry, we know. We have read Indian Embassy advisory. We don't want to go to universities with lower passing ratios. And this is the second way. This is an example given. The same university has two types of programs. One is in Russian and one is in English. The English one will cost you higher. The Russian will cost you lesser. So if you see the same university costing higher on our website, please do not think that I am going to make more money, because you are going to pay the fees directly to the university, not to myself. This is because it is in Russian, it will be very cheap. Please beware about this problem very, very carefully. And about this, I'm sure nobody can fool you so easily now, because it is there on the government website. People just have to do basic research and you will know that MCI pass out ज़्यादा है उसी में है जिसमें English taught programs available, बाकी है ही नहीं किसमें भी. 23, 24, 25 मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट, उससे नीचे मत जाना आप. ओके, यू विल ऑटोमेटिकली गो फॉर इंग्लिश टॉट. उसमें भी यूनिवर्सिटी फाइनल करने के बाद में रिकन्फर्म करो, मेरा एडमिशन लेटर दिखाओ सर, इंग्लिश टॉट प्रोग्राम है या रशियन है. नहीं मेंशन्ड है, मेरे को फीस नहीं भरूंगा मैं. आई विल नॉट गो. आई होप it's very clear for you, एज फार एज जैसे चाइना में बायलिंगुअल और चाइनीज दिखाया था मैंने, वैसे रशिया में भी सेम प्रॉब्लम है. Thousands and thousands, approximately 25,000 people. My website is mentioned on every page. I don't know, Suyash, how can you miss this? Can you read it here? Okay. So like this, they have many colleges offering many different types of programs. When you take a look at it, you will realize that अभी बशकीर में जाना है भाई, पहले मेरे को एमसीआई दिखाओ. एमसीआई बशकीर का 15% है, रिजेक्टेड. अल्ताई, मारी, दीज आर ऑल 15%. अल्ताई का तो एक भी स्टूडेंट पास नहीं है, एक नाम का भी स्टूडेंट पास नहीं हुआ. ट्वेर 16%. एंड सी द कॉस्ट दैट यू आर पेइंग. I hope you are able to now judge it very clearly. Check the passing ratio, check the pricing, finalize the university, then only go there. Yeah, we will explain you. Once again, Shashank, probably you missed that part earlier. That same slide will be repeated. This slide, I will explain you over there. Okay, but let us go now very clearly with the advantages and disadvantages and selection of the universities. Okay. You can see it now. You can read it for yourself. I can't read everything. It's the end of the day for me, so I'm a little tired, but then you can read it yourself. दोनों साइड समझ लो, एडवांटेज और डिसएडवांटेज. अगर ईस्ट यूरोप में जा रहे हो तो सबसे हाईएस्ट एमसीआई पासिंग भी रशिया में ही मिलेगा आपको आज की तारीख में. सबसे ज्यादा यूनिवर्सिटीज अप्रूव्ड भी रशिया में ही मिलेगी. ओके, so you have large options, but there are largest number of doctors from Russia who are currently practicing in India are there. They are much more than from China, okay, or Ukraine. Current number of students who are trying to become a doctor over there is the highest in Russia. So Russia is of course popular, but they face problems if they are not selected university properly. Very few universities having Indian mess, remember. Somebody was asking me probably about Georgia, the biggest disadvantage of Georgia. Only one university, TSMU, has a pass out for MCI. So going to any other university in Georgia is a foolishness. The biggest disadvantage is the living cost. Go through Indian embassy in Georgia and you will realize that you spend almost USD 350 is equal to rupees 22,750 per month towards your living cost, which works to 6 years, 72 months into 22,750 is equal to rupees 16 lakhs, 16.550 lakhs. 16.50 lakhs if you have to spend on living. No, in India, no, money is very important. Okay, so if you don't worry about money, if you want to get into Georgia, it is your choice. I told you, because that is the top college, we will place you. There is no problem. But it doesn't make sense to me. Because अगर 16 लाख रुपया अगर मैं जॉर्जिया में डालूं मैं खाने पीने के ऊपर, तो वही पैसा मैं यूएसएमएलई में यूज न करूं. मैं कहां भी जाऊं, Wherever I am, even if I go to Belarus, which has higher percentage MCI passing ratio than Georgia, or in Lviv in Ukraine, which is far away from the eastern part of the Ukraine, which has got 30% passing ratio, but I'll go for use that same money for USMLE. Okay? Yeah, Shreya will take up Nepal again. Don't worry. So it is about using that money in the right fashion instead of putting money in the wrong places. Uh, that is US dollar 12,000. It is not, I think somebody is trying to fool you around. Anu, okay? It's around $12,000 course. So just multiply that by uh, 12,000 into 6 is $72,000, which works to approximately 47 lakhs. The USMLE program in TSMU is 47 lakhs. You can read the website of TSMU. Plus the 17 lakhs of living cost. It works to approximately 65 lakhs. In that you can do MBBS plus PG in USA in approximately 75 lakhs. So what more you want? Do you want to spend 65 in this? Yeah, of course, Anu. It is an option. We have an hostel there. We have a food over there, mess over there. But that 5 lakh program, 4.5 lakh, not even 5 lakhs, is not as per USMLE. The USMLE program is $12,000 and the standard Eastern European program is only $7,000 and that is Eastern European program. The same university has USMLE program which is $12,000 per year. So you have to see the cost on our website. It is normal standard Indian जहाँ जाता है क्योंकि जिसके पास पैसा है वो यूएस ही न जाए 65 लाख रुपया खर्चा करके मैं जॉर्जिया जैसे कंट्री में क्यों जाऊंगा यार जॉर्जिया if you see just see the profile on Wikipedia it is a very small country Tbilisi is the capital I went there and came back and I just saw why people are coming so many people because it is promoted it is ये रशिया का बिछड़ा हुआ कंट्री है which has got no value with Russia compared to Russia it is nothing. So as a country if you see the infrastructure TSMU है क्योंकि 100 साल पुराना यूनिवर्सिटी है the oldest in Georgia एक ही यूनिवर्सिटी है जिसके सारे तिबलिसी के हॉस्पिटल एंड क्लिनिक्स आर affiliated so there is absolutely no problem that's why you see the passing ratios are also very high they have English taught programs absolutely because USMLE is also a part of one of the programs over there but that is costly if you take USMLE I would rather go to US itself in that budget. I hope you understand. My only problem is with the living cost, nothing else. And that living cost you are actually going to pay me because I have the hostel and the food over there. Yeah, Shota Rosta Valley is the second government university, almost 80-year-old in a very beautiful city called Batumi. Okay. The only problem is there is nobody who has passed the MCI passing from Batumi. You can check the report. That's the only problem. You can see Anu there is no point in arguing between me and you because you have to believe Indian government you have to go through the Indian embassy and check what they are saying and it will be very evident calculate the cost आप अभी यहाँ बैठे हो कोई यहाँ पे बोल दे लाख रुपए में आपका काम हो जाएगा और वहां पे जाने के बाद में पता चला 2 लाख लगेगा क्या करोगे आप So you have to be careful. These are the places where people downplay the costs. I'm trying to tell you that I have my own hostel there. I should be the last one to downplay it. I want to sell it. So you have to go through the Indian Embassy website. Make sure that you know the truth from there. It's so simple. Why don't you do a little, very small, with a very small research? All of you who are listening, including Anu, you can come to know Indian Embassy has given. Let me check if I can show you right now. Okay. Let me take you. I think you are used to spoon feeding now. You want to do it, everything get it done by me. So let us check now what does Indian Embassy in Georgia. There is a common embassy in Georgia and Armenia. Georgia doesn't even have an Indian embassy separately done. Okay. Let's see what do they say to the for the Indians. This is embassy Georgia and Armenia. There is a common embassy, and let us go to Georgia. Let us see the students advisory. Can you read it here? Simple. Let us check what do they say. Advisory for Indian students wishing to study in Armenia and Georgia. Correct? Let us see what they say. I hope you are able to read it for Indian students. Now, government won't lie. All of you. Just make sure you don't make a mistake here. Isn't it what I told you? In the interest of aspiring students who wish to study in these two universities, Armenia, which has 18% passing, and TSME, which has 25% passing, who wish to study and satisfy themselves about the credibility of course. Some of the self-styled agencies of this advertising through their own website, through electronic or print. Read it. Anu, I proved you wrong here. Read it carefully. And they are giving you so clear advices, so clear. They are making it in bold because so many people are stuck over there because they thought something different and the costs are different. Can you see US dollar 350 to 400 per month is required to meet the expenditure? Just try to multiply that whole thing which I did it for you already. So there are various ways that you are being fooled by the agents at the moment. That's the link. I hope it is now clear. Read the whole thing very clearly. And read this. Most important. Please do not be fooled. MCI screening test is required, Shreya, from whichever country you do except for USA. MCI passing is mandatory. Okay, except for US. And that also after PG. From US, if you come after MBBS, you will still have to appear for MCI screening test. It's there on the mciindia.org. On the constitution, you will come to know. This is what I was telling you. Private colleges, please do not go. Somebody was arguing, "Kyun nahi private, sir?" Because that was Nitin who I dismissed ultimately. You remember in the beginning. He was trying to sell the product. Then he saw that I'm not going to stop, and then I removed him. So I think it is very clear, and you need to do your research well. Okay, I can't keep on doing this, otherwise it will take hours. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Now there are some more arguments that this December 2015, Sarjit, December 2015 को कितना साल हो गया? 1.5 साल हुआ, 1.5 साल में प्राइस कितना गिरेगा, गिरा भी होगा तो आप, why don't you check the inflation of Georgia? Why are you asking me? You can check it for yourself and decide if it is suitable, go, or if you're not, then don't go. If you think it is good, you can go yourself. It is absolutely wrong, Anu. Everything will be 6 years over there. Okay? People are promoting it as 5 years. When you reach, it will be 6 years. It is being promoted. In fact, that is also part of the advisory if you read it. Okay? Quality of education is good. Batumi is definitely good. TSMU is definitely good. But Batumi से passing ratios मुझे नहीं पता है. मेरे खुद के students हैं वहां पे, क्योंकि उन्होंने जबरदस्ती मेरे को बोला नहीं सर मुझे बातू में, मेरे फ्रेंड वहां पे है, मेरा चाचा का लड़का वहां पे है, मेरा ये है वो है, आप सर बातू में ही डालो. So we place them in spite of we explaining them. They are there, they are very happy, but I am not too sure about MCI because मुझे गारंटी चाहिए कि MBBS होनी चाहिए, दूसरी गारंटी चाहिए मेरे का MCI का पासिंग रेशियो हाई चाहिए. These are the base requirement for me, which I don't find it in Batumi at the moment. But if you are keen for Georgia, if it enchants, that name Georgia enchants you, then I can place you there. I have no problem. It should have value for money. If I have 35, 40 lakh rupees, I would rather put it in 2 steps, 15 to 20. Oh, Anu, don't try to do that because nobody has given you on stamp paper that USMLE you are going to get 230 in the step one. So there is no choice but to have you make yourself ready with MCI. Okay. So you got to be making sure that at least you are a guaranteed doctor. In the pursuit of PG, you cannot forget your basic MBBS. Our aim is PG, our destination is PG, but you can't cross over the basic MBBS thing. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Anu is getting into a, like two of us talking. Yeah, PG in India you can take it for 2 crores, no problem. Ask any doctor, ask any person, he'll tell you. Okay, 2 crores, keep it ready. And that money not everybody has. If you have, you can keep it. That's not a problem. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Jakir, we will get. The next one will be Germany. Okay. And in fact, Jakir, Friday is something which is every student who has inquired for Germany will be there on Friday with us. So you also should. Yeah, Shreya will be. Next is USA now after Germany. So I hope this is clear now. Ukraine, as far as possible, avoid. If you go on the most western part or most southern part of Ukraine. Divide Ukraine into parts and just go here. Okay. Please do not choose anything else. Belarus only one university like Kyrgyzstan which has more than 25%. So it's very easy to choose Belarus. This Gomel, Grono, they are all below 20% passing, 15%, 10%. Okay. Same time Germany. Okay. 7 to 9. Georgia only TSMU but it doesn't make sense to me, but still we have blocked the seats because there is a craze of Georgia. We are telling you ourselves, please beware about everything before you take a decision. If you take, you are our student. If you don't, you will be fooled. It's as simple as that. So one university here, one here, which has got high passing, 5 or 6 here, and here you have to choose yourself. So this is how it's becoming. Same is with Asia. So if you consolidate, there are no more than 10 to 15 universities which fits into all your criterias. Not all of them will have Indian food, but most of them will have Indian food. Okay, like Belarus Vitesse doesn't have Indian food. So if you count it out, then there will be hardly few universities. Okay. Uh, Wait, Shashank, I will answer your question for sure. Don't worry. Me in the hospital now in June, there was my operation of, so sir, I can't hold anymore. If you can answer your, okay, I'll just answer your question, Shashank. Wait for a second. Just let me read your question again. I still can't, wait, I'm searching for your question. Shashank, I'm searching for your question. Can you just copy paste it again for me? If you're in a hurry to go, I can answer that question. I still can't see that question right now. Please copy paste. Okay. I got a message from your consultancy that MBBS in Russia plus PG in USA. After doing MDMS, there is no any MCI screening test after PG. Yes, that's what it is. Once you do PG in USA, there is no MCI screening test, and your MD degree will be directly valid back in India. Forget about MCI. Even NEET PG will not be there. Please make me understand what do you want to state. This is exactly what we want to state. That if you go through the constitution of MCI, clause number 2.3, there is no need of MCI screening test once you complete your PG in USA. Secondly, in general, you are never going to come back because the salaries after completion of PG in USA is more than 1.5 crore. Check it on Google, you won't believe me. How much do I earn after I become physician in USA? Just type this much and your eyes will become larger enough. To calculator, you'll need calculator to count that money. So you don't come back. But in case you come back, that degree is still valid as per MCI. So you're directly MD. So no need of MCI, even need PG. Okay. Just read mciindia.org and you will know these rules. These are very important rules, Shashank. I hope you understood now. Okay. Okay. That's fantastic. You can take a break, Shashank, if you're not feeling well about it. Okay. So this is how you have to select. So now your selection has become, this is the same slide because it shows that I have to rest for 30 seconds now. But I hope you understood now. If you are in Europe, you can still go to US as I was talking to through this step. You can go here. So Anu, I was telling you, spend money wisely. ज़्यादा है तो हमको दे दो. I don't mind keeping it. But the fact is your budget has to be split. Half should go to MBBS and other half for the preparation for the PG because यहाँ से आपका earning चालू हो जाएगा and you'll be able to return back to your parents. Okay. So for everybody, I mean, Anu was adamant on spending 35-40 for one MBBS. So I would have said that 20 यहाँ करो, 15 यहाँ करो, वही 35-40 लाख रुपए आपका काम आ जाएगा. It is our privilege, so don't worry about it. So all I can tell you is choose it wisely. Okay. So I think this slide asks me to take a break. I'll take you to the next one, which is all about, you were asking, a lot of people are asking about US. You can read this. Okay. There is a separate webinar on Saturday. Every Saturday we have US bound programs. There are huge number of students who are already registered for USA. There is a scholarship for USA. There is an education loan for you. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody that there is an education loan possibility for everybody. So money is not a problem for anybody. Preparing for PG is not a problem. Preparing for MCI screening test, not a problem. Taking a decision is a problem for MBBS abroad. So take it wisely. You won't be in trouble. Take it very wisely. Okay. Just hold on for 30 seconds and I'll be back. Thank you. Till that time, you can read this whole slide. Yeah, I'm back. I hope you have seen the program. You can do it, Anu, you can do it MBBS directly in USA. You can do it through Caribbean. So both the options will be made available on Saturday, direct as well as indirect. Okay. I don't know whether they are worth or not. We'll talk about it on Saturday. Okay. So at the moment, let's focus on the program details, that how it works. Whether it is direct or indirect, the program remains the same. This is MBBS and this is PG. Okay. So MBBS, it is of 16 months pre-med. Same time, Shreya, same time, 7 o'clock. 7 to 9 is the same time. And 2 years of theory and 2 years of practical. That's all. Unlike India, 4.5 years of theory, we have only 2 years of theory and they want 2 years of practicals. So before you can get into the actual MD program, this is MD program. Okay. This is MD program and this is pre-med program. So in order to enter into it, you should have a BS degree issued after pre-med. Okay. Once you have BS degree, then you can enter into medical program. 2 years of, there is no entrance, there is no examination between that. It's a continuous program. Okay. So 2 years of theory, 2 years of practicals. After this, there is a USMLE step 1. After the theory, there is a step 1. This is the coaching what I was telling you, whether you are in Russia, Ukraine, wherever you are, we will give you online coaching. The only difference over here is when you go to USA or through Caribbean, direct or indirect, you can actually prepare through online coaching. And if you go directly, then it's a classroom coaching. That's the only difference. The passing ratios are different. If you go direct, you have to spend double, but the passing ratios are 94%. I'll show you that today. And if you go through Russia and any other country, the passing ratio drops to 78%. That's the only difference. So it does make a difference if you go through another country like India, Russia, China, or anyone after taking the coaching. But if you are going direct, then the passing ratios are very high. Okay. So I think once you complete your MBBS, then you have to give us, clinical rotation. Then you have to give step 2. This is 1 to CK. So coaching will be available for both when you are coming from any other country. And then you move into the PG. This is the qualifying examination for PG. Then you give CS in USA and start your PG. PG is nothing but residency. Whatever you spend here. From here, your earning starts. This is a residency money around $4,200. This is like around $15,000, the actual practice per month, I'm saying. So it's a huge, huge returns if you can cross over 230 marks in USMLE step 1. That's it. Whichever country you go through, appear for USMLE step 1. That's the easiest way to avoid MCI screening test. When you come back from here, MD is approved in India. When you come back from here, your MBBS is not approved in India. In MBBS is approved, but MCI will have to be given just like any other country. Kishan Singh ji, can you repeat your question? Because there are many questions again to go back in between. Can you just copy paste your question, please, Kishan Singh ji? So this is how it works. So this is one of the most prominent program right now for most of the students, because if they are thinking about private college, then this is much better program. Okay. As I told you, Anu, it's not my problem. College is yours. Country is yours. My job is to ensure that I guide you well. Okay. I will show you how to select a college once you are there on the Saturday. Yeah, it's the same program. Only thing that examination changes. It's called MCCEE. Okay. MCCEE is the examination for Canada. Okay, Shreya? The program remains exactly same. Okay. So I hope things are getting clearer. I'm not going to spend much time. It was just for your knowledge. You will have this on Saturday also, the same screen. The main screen has been replicated over here. This is how you complete step 1 to CK, whether you do it from Russia or Caribbean or direct, the same process. Go to USA, appear for 2CS, qualify, just pass, that's it. And you get ECFMG certification. Once this is done, this is approved all over the world. And then you are matched. This is National Residency for Match program. In USA, they match you with the hospital residency and you start getting money. Depending on the specialization branch, you get your number of years is based on that. And then you appear for step 3 for licensure and you get your PG degree here. This is board certified PG degree which is approved in India. It's very simple program. Whether you come from any country, the program is going to remain same. So if you are doing MBBS from anywhere else, it does not matter, just clear this and we'll give you coaching for this while you are doing this. And we'll place you in USA for clerkship where you can appear for 2CS. I hope it's getting clear now. So it's almost a seamless program right up to MD in USA. Okay, Kishan Thakur, whether PG has to be completed from same place from where MBBS is completed. If you want to use the degree in India, you are right. I think you have read your MCI constitution fully. So if the PG has to be used in India, it has to be completed in the same place. But if the PG has to be used in US, it is not necessary that it has to be completed in the same place. Okay. MBBS in China, 5 years or 6 years, depending on the university. Please show the previous screen. I have a take. But you are getting the recorded version, Anu. Just hold on here, please. You'll get the entire thing recorded. Okay. These are the biggest benefits, and that's the reason why it is. So anybody not worried about budget, don't even think twice but to go for these universities. Okay. And they can also participate. Just call and get the link for this another webinar. You can note down the number 80821 43550 and you'll definitely get a link and you can participate on next Saturday, coming Saturday. Every Saturday we have, so a lot of people join in for the US program. Okay. And a step-by-step explanation of direct US or indirect through Caribbean, everything will be explained. There are scholarships for this US program. So those who are early movers with the basic percentage of 65% can get. Pritesh Das, I want to study in India, USA. I want to complete it with an education loan. Let's talk separately about this education loan. Next time, if you are interested, on Saturday, I will bring in the education loan company. Any bank, I will bring it. And they will present how you can get the education loan. Is that all right for you, Pritesh? I think that will benefit all of you. I'll get one of the banks and they will explain. Okay, so I'll get somebody. Yeah. PCB 65% you can get the scholarship. The cost will come down drastically. And then if you take the education loan, then it becomes very easy to complete right up to PG in USA. Okay. So don't worry. Possibilities are there. Oh, easily you will get the best of the colleges, Shreya. Absolutely. I don't know, Jankir, whether the people from Kerala is there or not. When you're going abroad, for God's sake, forget about Kerala and Andhra and Mumbai and Maharashtra. It's total international students will aggregate over there. You should be thinking about Africans and Indians and, like that. So you can definitely talk to many people who are studying there. So come out of this small state-wise division of the people. Think global. It's a different environment over there. Okay. So let's finish it now. Okay, this is the past trend, which is generally not very interesting for the people, how the things have changed over Russia and China, Russia plus East European countries and China. So China alone was, competing with the entire Russia plus. So Slowly now USA has picked up because that's become an alternative to the private colleges in India now. Okay. The scholarship test, I haven't had the time to fill this up. This date is going to change because NEET results are delayed now. So it will become 30 days from the date of, the Sunday which comes after the NEET results are announced. So let the date come finally. Yeah, Germany. Why don't you attend it on Friday? That would be, uh, yeah, that would be easier. I mean, Germany is a complicated program and it won't get over so soon. Let me be very, that's why we have a separate webinar for that. Okay. So if you appear for scholarship test, all the students can be rest assured you will get free USMLE. 300 such scholarships are available. You can go through. I'll show you how to register for scholarship test. You can just go to moksh16.com. Okay. You can see here. You can register for the scholarships test over here. You will be okay. One thing that I forgot to mention was please become friends on the Facebook page of Moksh. You will constantly get updated. That is the best thing to get updated without connecting with Moksh. Okay. Everything about NEET, everything about MBBS abroad, everything about the new universities which are available. Slowly you will come to a stage where this university is closed and all those things. So you must keep become the friends of Moksh, and then it will become very easy to get updated about the abroad. Okay. And we'll keep on reminding you of the mistakes that you are bound to make on the brainwashing system which is available in the India. Okay. So be that you will be benefited. Okay. So here you can learn about MCI. Here you can learn about medical PG in Germany and in US. Okay. You can understand both the programs, and here you can learn about scholarships. I think that completes your 9.5 year. And if you go here, you can see every possible country that is possible for you to go. Okay. Even MBBS Germany, if anybody was interested, then they can go through the page on that. Okay. So let me take you back. So when this for the 300 students, we'll give this free or MCI screening test free or MD and MS or MS, so language course will be free for many of the students. So you can definitely, this is something which is very important for you to go through. Like Anu, you were missing the point about MCI screening test. You must read this. This is going to help you out. Okay. Shashank, you are still there. After doing MBBS in Ukraine, I'll do my MD or MS from what is the approximate fee there in the college per year? Shashank, there is no cost in PG. You earn in PG in USA. The cost is to prepare for MCI, USMLE step 1, step 2 CK, go to US, appear for 2CS and do your clerkship. This entire module will cost you approximately 15 lakh rupees. But you do not have to put all 15 lakhs at a time. You have to first appear for only step 1. If that gives you the score of 230, you move forward with 2CK. Otherwise, leave it and start German language so that you can be assured about PG seat in Germany. It's as simple as that. But if you do cross 230, then you have to go to the next level, 2CK. You cross that level and you'll be placed in US for the clerkship, okay, wherein you give 2CS and you are ready for your PG. It's so simple. This is something which you need to read. MCI has to be prepared. I don't need to convince you. I think it is very evident for everybody. And when you do want to pass out, then you need to work out from day one. For that, you will need anybody interested to apply. They can go for this apply now button online. Everything is online over here in Moksh. So it will take you to the right college, whatever you have selected. As I told you, I will not be promoting any university as a rule in this company, which we have set ourselves that we will never serve a university. Okay. So you just can apply to a university of your choice. The eligibility criteria are available. If you want university costs and everything in one shot, then you can go here, choose anything. Let's say Russia. There is one single page which we have created. Choose your university. You can see here. Just go through it. Sit with your parents. Mr. Nilesh Kumar, please आपका mute कर दो आवाज यार अपना audio. Thank you. Just click here and you will have the absolute clarity on the costs and budgets and everything. Okay. You can scroll down. You can see here and all universities are available. It's very simple process. Select your university, come to this university selection page, apply over there itself. Now you want to know how much the university cost is, I'll show you again here. And how much the standard question, how much do you charge sir? इतनी मेहनत क्यों कर रहे हो आप? If you download, brochure and cost will come. If you click here, how much Moksh charges you? The language, the eligibility, everything is mentioned here. Okay. I think you're pretty clear now where to get the information from. So I'll move forward from here and let's go to the miscellaneous expenses. मत भूलना जिसका बजट टाइट होता है उसको ये भी भारी पड़ जाता है. तो ये हिडन कॉस्ट रहती है, सारे एजेंट्स इसको हाइड करेंगे. ओके ये चीज मत भूलना. ये टोटल मिला के लाख सवा लाख रुपया हो जाता है. So you just have to add that also and add also your return, 2 साल में एक बार वापस आए या हर साल वापस आए, you have to add that cost to yourself. So that is the hidden cost. There is nothing like a deadline, Siddhi. It is available till the seat is available. Okay, if you are eligible, block your seat. You don't need to pay any money. Just submit the documents, pay the application fee, and finish. That will be $100, $150, and take your admission letter and keep calm. आराम से सो जाओ. नीट का रिजल्ट आने दो, देख लो 525 के ऊपर है, चलो अपना नंबर लग गया. नहीं है, प्राइवेट का पैसा है, नहीं है, सीधा एडमिशन लेटर को एक्टिवेट कर दो. इट इज सो सिंपल. ओके, do not wait for the deadline. In India, everybody, Pritesh Das, your question is about scholarship, about your loan, and I told you on next Saturday I'll bring in the loan people who can address everybody. Okay, question and answer. I'll give you 1 minute to type any questions that you want, and then I'll start answering them. No more questions I'll take. Just 60 seconds and type. Everybody can type any questions that they want, and otherwise I'll start answering them from bottom to top. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'll just answer. Just stop asking anyone, everybody. Just I'll go on because it's getting too late now. I have to reach back and have my dinner. So please spare me today. Just stop asking questions. I'll go from the bottom to top. Okay. I have 60%, but I'll be giving improvement exam and the result that will come in the August. Will it be too late for the? Yes, Siddhi, that would be too late for good colleges. That is for sure. But you can always. It's not too late to get admission. You will get into the bottom ones in August. It's everything is over. So you get into the average one or bottom ones. Okay. If you want it on the top one, you need to be quick. Okay. Secure your admission and then give your improvement exam. Don't work the other way. That would be my, at least in one place, secure it. You can talk to you directly. Okay, Anu, this is our number. You can call. There are so many counselors. They can help you out with anything. They will give you my number if at the right stage when you are deciding. Okay. Pre-med is for US. Okay. Can we go to US only on scholarship? Not possible. Which universities? We don't promote universities. You can go through the website. प्रोग्राम समझे नहीं हो, अभी यूनिवर्सिटी की बात कर रहे हो यार, आप पहले प्रोग्राम समझो. इट्स नॉट अ सिंपल प्रोग्राम. आपका नाम नहीं लिखा, इसलिए आई डोंट नो विथ हुम आई एम टॉकिंग टू. बट जिसने भी ये सवाल पूछा है, पहले सैटरडे को प्रोग्राम समझ लो, चैलेंजेस समझ लो, प्रॉब्लम समझ लो, फिर यूनिवर्सिटीज पे जाएंगे अपन. ठीक है. जर्मनी इज बेस्ड ऑन, देयर इज एन, जैसे फिलीपींस में एनमेट एग्जाम है जहांगीर. Similarly, you have an examination called M1 in Germany, which you need to pass through. Without that, you cannot get into the medicine. First of all, the expense, it's absolutely free of cost. The expenses are basically of learning the language. Okay, expenses are not much of a problem. Living cost is much of a problem because it's very expensive to live in Germany. Okay. Siddhi, I gave you our answer. Please send the link of Moksh website. अनु गुप्ता, सारे प्रेजेंटेशन में मोक्ष का वेबसाइट लिखा हुआ था, पता नहीं आपने देखा नहीं शायद. ओके. moksh16.com. Sir, after doing MBBS in Ukraine, I will not be MS. What will I personal fee? Okay, I told you that. 100% finance from bank is possible for Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, and all. Easily you can get, provided your repayment capacity is assessed properly by bank and the banks are happy about it. There is no problem to get the 100%. Not 100%, 85% they give you. 15% is always the margin money. You have to keep FD over there for 15 rupees and they give you 85 rupees. It works like that. Okay. Overview on Germany Friday. Oh, thanks a lot for attending. Can you give reference of the students numbers? Of course, we can give you as many students as you want. How much is the total cost for Anu for what? I think rest of the answers I have given. Food in TSMU, Anu, there is no problem. We have our mess. Our Indian lady called Anuradha, she's taking care of our mess there. There are many students already there, so nothing to worry. From your consultancy, that MBBS in, okay, I have answered that, Shashank. What about Odessa? See, the Odessa, the passing ratio is less, but it is safe and Indian food is there and government university is there. That's why we have block seats there. But it is definitely not the best choice. Next question is the best universities in USA. We'll take it on Saturday. Please tell Germany MBBS fees total. I told you about that on Friday. But generally, it's all absolutely free except for the language and living cost. Okay. Batumi is not 5 years. It is being misrepresented. In East European countries, nobody will give you a degree. You will get a provisional degree, not a final degree. Batumi gives you an option to do your internship back in India, just like in China. So that saves 1 year. And it also saves 1 year fees, but it is 6 year program. Okay. But Batumi does not have any pass outs. That's the big problem. Next question, Shreya. If I do my MDMS in Nepal, will I be allowed to practice in India or MCI screening? MCI is mandatory even from Nepal. The report is published in 2014. That I answered you. You cannot have 600 universities passing ratios published every year. That also 3 years average. That's impossible for our government to publish it. Janvi Devi, may I know what is the total cost of completing MBBS in Russia, including hostel at low cost? It will not be more than 16 lakh rupees. Okay. Kishan Singh Thakur completed. Okay, I answered that question already. Anu Gupta, I have answered your question about the hostel in detail in Germany. I think I have answered every question that has been asked to me. Any question that I have forgotten, please tell me. I think we'll keep a. Yes, they teach you Russian language is mandatory for you to learn. Okay. And for 1.5 years, not 1 year. But that is a part of the course. In Germany, you have to learn the language and then move into the course. That's the difference. So learning the language plus spending on the living cost becomes very expensive in Germany. So the course might be free, but it will not work out to be a free course for you. The course of MBBS is free and is through examination. Okay. Yeah, excluding the MBBS. So it's a very lengthy program. Okay. If a student won't pass MCI, what do they do? Do they return back to India? That's the key question, actually. This is the only question which I thought that nobody has asked. And okay, if a student doesn't pass MCI, he is in big trouble. But what generally students do is they continue with the PG in the same country and that use that PG anywhere in the world except India, because that PG is not acceptable back in India unless you are from English speaking country like USA. So MCI becomes almost mandatory, otherwise you'll have to even work outside. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, James, you can call us tomorrow. Total amount including hostel at Russia. I think I have given you all kind of Shashank is difficult. Is that difficult? M1. What is fake? Shashank, I can't understand what you're trying to say. Fake a consultancy, pleasure attending. Oh, it was a pleasure attending. It is a I feel satisfied that uh, you know you are not going to be fooled around now. That is for sure, Shashank. That's much more satisfying. Whether you go or not is secondary. We never knew whether you will go or whether you did not. But this is a relentless, continuous efforts from Moksh that we do. That जाओ या ना जाओ, जाओ तो सही जगह जाओ, नहीं तो मत जाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. नहीं जाने से कम प्रॉब्लम है. जाने का और गलती करने का oh, that is going to be a bigger problem for you. Okay. Yeah, Abhishek, you are most welcome. I hope you have taken appointment with some person, counselor in our office, and that will help you. I think it's enough for the day. Enjoy the day, rest of the day, watch some TV. अभी तो और लेट है, अभी तो 26 तारीख तक नीट आएगा, ऐश करो. Till that time, research करो and don't make a mistake. Come back to us, whoever wants, share this video as much as you can to save as many people as you can. Okay, that's all I can tell you. Thanks a lot for attending and goodbye. Bye bye everybody.